You know, I've seen all kinds of different theories about America in the Bible. Some claim that America is the new Israel in certain ways. Some claim that America is not mentioned in the Bible because America is going to be obliterated by a nuclear war at the end of the age. And others say America is not mentioned in the Bible because it didn't exist in the days of the Bible. So, does the Bible speak directly about America? After all, America is a tremendously influential nation in the world and has affected world history for a couple hundred years now. So you might think if the Bible's talking about the end of the age and America's going to be here at the end of the age, it might be mentioned. Or you might say that's just not the way the Bible operated. That's not the way the prophets spoke. They spoke about realities in their day, and when they spoke about the future, they were not necessarily speaking about things that did not yet exist. Well, let's take a look at Zechariah chapter 12, verse 3. It says, "On that day, I'll make Jerusalem a heavy stone for all the peoples, and all who lift it will surely hurt themselves, and all the nations of the earth will gather against it." All right. If America is mentioned, that's where it would be mentioned. Let me say plainly, there is no explicit or specific reference to America in the Bible. I've heard theories. I've heard mentions. Well, when it mentions Ephraim here, it's referring to that, or Manasseh here. No. There are no explicit or specific references to America in the Bible. You have African nations that are mentioned. You have China that's mentioned. You have other places that existed in the ancient world that are mentioned, but you do not have explicit mention of America in the Bible. Is it possible that America is included in all the nations one day coming up against Jerusalem at the end of the age? It could well be. When it says all the nations, some would say it just means the surrounding nations. Possible. Some would say it means all the nations generically, like a coalition of nations. Possible. Some would say it literally means all nations, in which case America will ultimately turn against the Jewish people in Jerusalem. That could be. So if America is mentioned, it's mentioned among all the nations. And when there is a harvest of souls, Revelation 7, from every tribe and tongue, kindred, language, well, obviously America is included in that. But is America explicitly, specifically referenced in the Bible? Nowhere. The answer is no, it is not.